Hello everyone, it is currently nearly 11:30 at night on Monday the 16th of September, and I haven't uploaded in a while because of this big boy. His name is Timmy. He was eating there and I wanted to lift him, slowly. I didn't want to lift him too much, but he's eating his food at the moment. Let me show you. Yeah. And those are toys. And there's wee Brucey. You see the wee pink bow tie. Theo is in the kitchen, chilling. I got him on the 13th. I got him on the 12th of September. I got him pretty late at night, actually. At around 10 p.m. Was when we. No, it was before 10 p.m. We came home. I went to my friend's house. I stayed with them for a couple of hours, and then they took me to meet my friend's friend, who was the friend I spoke about in my chit chat video. She is doesn't have time for me anymore and is moving back to England for personal reasons. And she had 3 cats: Teddy, Tinkerbell, and Timothy. She found Teddy. He was in a neighbor's house, so she found him, and both Teddy and Tinkerbell went together, and Timothy has gone to me. Whenever he came home to me for the first time, I left him in this cat carrier in the hall while my friends and I were talking to my grandmother and stuff. And Bruce and Theo were allowed to smell him and everything like that. And then later on that night, Bruce stayed in the bathroom because on the 13th he was going to be neutered, so he couldn't eat anything. And for those of you who know Bruce, it's hard for him not to eat. He eats everything. If you hear noise, it's Bruce playing, and if I put it away, he will find it and still play with it, so the noise will still happen. Unless I hold it. Hold on, if I put it right here, maybe he'll stop playing with it. He's like, you took it off me, but I don't want it to bother. Yes, we should. But he had to be fasted because, for safety reasons and stuff. And Theo spent the night with Bruce as well. I thought she was with my grandfather, but no, both of them were in the bathroom. Timothy spent the whole night with me. He was what he was like before. He wanted attention. He wanted me to smush him and snuggle him, but then he'd go full on hiss at me. He's still playing with this. He's still playing with this, even though I took it off him. Cheeky boy. You see, want everybody to see you? Yeah. Want everybody to see the boy? Yeah. Everybody see the boy. Oh, look at the boy. Oh, no? Okay. He's just too interested in that thing. Well, he got neutered. He was hissy and he wanted attention and stuff like that. I left him alone. I gave him personal space. He slept on my pillow beside me where my feet were. Everything was fine. He didn't eat anything. He did drink a lot. He didn't go to the bathroom or anything like that the first night. And then that morning, it was like, I can't remember what happened that morning, to be honest. But I put him in the carrier and everything like that. Took him to the vet at around 9:15. I came home at around 9:15. He was crying he was in my room. Timothy was in my room. And he was crying, and I opened the door, and he was, and and then he was like, so, later on, he did eat something. Later on in the day, we had a nap, him and I, because I didn't sleep all that well the night before. And at around I was told that around 5 p.m. was when I would be called for Bruce. I wasn't called, and I had to call I kept like calling them, and like every 15 minutes or so, and because I started getting worried, because I thought, oh, because the veterinary clinic closed at 7, I'm like, and it was 6 p.m. and I was like, I was worried, but he was fine. I went and I got him. He was perfectly fine. He was very groggy. He was just sleepy. I was told when he would go home, he may not eat anything. That was the first thing he did when he came home, was eat something. The very first thing he did was eat. But again, Timothy was in my room by himself with the door closed. Whenever I came home with Bruce, he came down the stairs. Timothy came down the stairs, like meow, meowing. And he rubbed himself up against my hand. I gave him a kiss, and he went. I'm like, okay, you spent that much energy to greet me just to hiss at me. And then later on that night, I had my dinner, and both Timothy and Bruce were on either side trying to eat my food. I'm like, damn. And then later on that night, I had a shower. Timothy was in here by himself again, crying, because I didn't want him to have free roam without. Now he has free roam. He's not closed in, but for the first couple of days, I wanted him to be in here while I wasn't. Like, if I was showering, if something had happened between him and the cats or anything like that. As we speak now, I heard Theo hiss at him. I'll get to that in a minute. Theodora! I'll get to that in a minute. I went into my room, put my clothes on, put my pajamas on, everything. He did a complete 180 in personality. He hasn't hissed at me since. He hasn't hissed at me at all. He hasn't hissed at the cats or anything like that. He did hiss the first day. No, not the first day. He did hiss the 13th, when it was just Theo and him. Theo was very calm, and Timothy was on edge. Now it's the opposite. Theo has become a bit of a tyrant. She pees. She's been hissing at him. She's been hitting him. She's been very possessive over toys, very possessive over me, very possessive over Catry. Bruce, on the other hand, has been fantastic. Bruce has been fine. Bruce and him get on like a house on fire. They were playing together, sharing each other's toys, being in the same room, no growling, no hissing, nothing. Timothy, again, he's only hissed at her during the day that Bruce got spayed. Since then, he's been completely calm with her. She's just been a bit of a diva. I knew she would be the one that would be standoffish. I knew Bruce would be the one to accept him the most. But Timothy, since the 13th, that evening, whenever I came in from showering, he has become such the sweetest. Well, he was a sweet boy from the day I met him. It was just he would hiss in between, and it would be very mixed signals, and that I looked that up. I did some research on that, and that is, they want to be your friend when a cat is being both affectionate and hissing at you. They do want to be your friend. They are social with you, but they don't know you yet, so they'll eventually stop, and it'll take them a few weeks. I'm like, okay. He settled in a lot faster than I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna have to deal with the I love you for a few weeks. No, I didn't even have to deal with it for a full day. So, he's been fantastic. He has settled in really well. He's eating now, he's drinking, he's going to the bathroom, he's using it well. I'm slowly converting him to wood-based litter, because wood-based litter is lighter, it's easier to keep clean and all that stuff. He's getting along well with Bruce, he's getting along well with my grandparents. He was a wee bit hissy with my grandparents. He was a bit hissy with my grandmother earlier, but she had her pajama sleeve over her hand, not her actual hand, and he hissed at her. I'm like, do that, and that's, he would rub up against it, because that's how I got him to like me. I would hold my hand out and he would pet me rather than me pet him, and that really helped with the bonding. And I told my grandmother to do the same thing. Just hold your hand out and he'll rub up against you, and he's worked really great. So he's been fantastic. He's a big lump. He's very heavy. He's very big. He got neutered. The theory that my grandmother and I had before I actually asked his previous owner, we thought, well, maybe he got neutered later. And I asked his previous owner, and she said, yeah, he got spayed last year. He's 2 now. He's born in April. She doesn't know his birth date, so I just went with September. Like, I adopted him September 12th, so his birthday is April 12th, 2017. So that's his birthday. We have a Taurus in our we have an Aries. We have an Aries in our family now. We got a fire sign. Actually, well, the geckos are both fire signs. Willow is an Aries, and Evie's a Leo, and Tigger's a Leo. Oh wow, we have like a lot of fire signs going on here. And Theo is a Virgo, so yeah, she's a bit of a diva. So she's a bit of a diva. She really rules the roost in this house. This is her home, you know. But his previous owner can come down whenever she wants to. I've been updating her. I've been making sure that she knows all about him, even like the bad stuff, when Theo's slapping him and all that stuff. Excuse me. The dilemma I have with that is I can't chastise Theo for that, because that's natural behavior. She doesn't know that this cat, she's never met him in his life. This is her home. This is her toys. I'm her owner. I'm not his owner in her head. So I can't chastise her for it, because that could make her worse. Because she's doing all this because she wants my attention. And I gave her attention earlier because she has this little quirk that she does. And she will either go behind me, or I will come up to her and she'll just sniff my nose. And I did that with her earlier, and I was giving her kisses on top of her head and everything, and she was purring away, and she calmed down a little bit. She wasn't being a little bitch. So I'm gonna make a fuss over her. I'm out tomorrow. I'm meeting my business advisor. If you hear anything in the background, it's Bruce going to the bathroom. He shovels the litter. Like, I'm going to my business advisor tomorrow. But yeah, that is why I haven't been updating any of you. Also on Thursday I'm going to go swimming. I was planning on going swimming on Monday, today. I was planning on going swimming, but I wanted to I wanted to go on a Thursday. I don't know why. I just wanted. My friends might be coming with me. They might not. Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna do a wee bit of a video on that. It's not gonna be all that long, because obviously I can't show you me swimming, because I can't take the camera into the pool because it'll break. I know you like GoPros and stuff like that, but I don't have one of those. So, yeah. I shall see you in my next video, which will be a Thursday no matter what, because I am gonna go swimming. I do want to go swimming. I changed it to a Thursday instead of a Friday. Remember whenever I said a Friday? The main reason is because I'm thinking Friday's when all the kids get out, and that's probably going to be the day that most people are going to go swimming, because Saturday and Sunday are like days off. And I want to go because I'm not personally comfortable yet with people saying, like, obviously I did the try on haul, but I didn't. You weren't actually looking at me. I was in my room. Does that make any sense? While being in a swimming pool, everybody will see. You know what I mean? Because they'll be right in front of me. It won't be me in front of a camera version of me. You know what I mean? Even it's hard to explain, but I've rambled on enough. Yeah, I will have more videos of Timothy in the future, and that is his name. That's the name that his previous owner gave him, and that's the name that he's staying with. And he's pretty good with answering his name, actually. So I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Bye, everybody.